Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about what Goosebumps 3 needs to be about. Remember yesterday I talked about will there ever be a Goosebumps 3? I personally don't think so, but if there will be in the future, but if Sony plans to do one, here is something that they need to do with the third Goosebumps movie. They need to make this movie about the Horrorland book. Horrorland is what the movie needs to be about. Because Goosebumps 2 from 2018 should have been about the Horrorland series. Oh. And then the movie, we could have seen the Horrorland and all that stuff, and that Slappy could have released it all from the Horrorland books, and that's what Goosebumps 2 should have been about. Remember? Remember when Sony originally worked on the movie, it originally was going to be about that, and then they changed it for some reason. They changed it to Slappy's Revenge, and then they switched it to Slappy Halloween, and then they switched it to Haunted Halloween. Now, on the DVD, it just says Goosebumps 2. But for the title, it's called Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween from 2018. And so for Goosebumps 3, we need new monsters. Because in the second Goosebumps film, we had no new Goosebumps monsters. We had Slappy, we had the snowman, we had the werewolf, we had the lawn gnome, we had the scarecrows, we had the mummy. Okay. We had the mummy, we had the haunted mask, but it was like an ogre-like form. And we had Cyborg, like one of the robots from the Goosebumps movie. These were all the same monsters from the first Goosebumps film. Besides the Halloween decorations there was no new monsters in the second Goosebumps movie. There was none. No new monsters. The only monsters that we had in the movie were the same monsters from the first Goosebumps movie, and that was it. So everyone complained that it was a failure. That a lot of people complained that it was following the same formula as the first movie. And then the only actors that ever returned in this movie was Jack Black playing as R.R. Stein, but only to appear a cameo at the end of the second Goosebumps movie, and the real R.R. Stein playing a cameo as Principal Harrison. And Slappy came back, that's right. So the two, Jack Black and R.R. Stein, the real R.R. Stein, were the only two people to ever reprise their roles in this movie. Everybody else went to another movie. Everybody else. And so we had many things in this movie that actually had nothing involved with Goosebumps, which that includes Nikola's Tesla Tower. Track 1. Nikola Tesla has nothing got to do with Goosebumps. We never saw him in any of the Goosebumps stuff. I don't know what Sony was even thinking. Nikola Tesla has nothing involved with Goosebumps. He has nothing involved with the Goosebumps and all that stuff. He has nothing involved. Sony should have made the second Goosebumps film about Horrorland. Maybe Goosebumps 3 will be about Horrorland, right? Which is what the second Goosebumps film should have been about. What the second Goosebumps movie should have been about. So, Goosebumps 3 needs to be about Horrorland. We need to see more of the classic Goosebumps monsters in the movie. Yeah, we need more of the Max Mutant, the Haunted Mask, the Amaze of the Bunny Rabbits, Monster Blood, Cole's the Hamster, Eugene Mortman, Monster Blood. We need Mr. Wood. We need Mary Allen. We need Snappy. We need Goldeye. We need Rocky. We need the Creeps. We need the Jack-o'-lanterns. We need to see more monsters, right? We need to see more. Because the second Goosebumps movie, there was no new monsters. There was none. There was only the same monsters from the first Goosebumps movie. The same monsters. We had Slappy, we had the werewolf, we had the snowman, we had the lawn gnomes, we had the mummy, and we had the scarecrows, and we had Cyborg, and we had the haunted mask, but an Omen mask. That's right. So there was no new monsters in this movie. There was none. There was none. There was many things wrong with this movie. And also, there was Frankenstein's book in this movie from Mary Shelley. Frankenstein's book. And also there was Halloween decorations. Halloween decorations do not count as Goosebumps monsters. We want to see actual real Goosebumps monsters, like the one from the Goosebumps books. Not just about Halloween decorations coming to life in the town. About Slappy bringing his own family to life, or Slappy bringing all of Halloween to life by using the Tesla Tower. I feel like Sony should have kept the original idea for the second Goosebumps movie for Goosebumps 2. Goosebumps 2 should have been about Horrorland and not about Haunted Halloween. Horrorland is the amusement park ride that has its own book series that had had an original episode in the 90s Goosebumps series. There was an amusement park in the first Goosebumps movie, but Sony just teased about that. The new Goosebumps series that teases again with Horrorland being the last episode in episode 10. So Goosebumps 3 needs to be about Horrorland, which is what the second Goosebumps movie should have been about in the first place, what it should have been about. And so thank you guys for joining my speculation idea for Goosebumps 3. And don't forget to like and comment and share and subscribe to my channel. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. And goodbye, everyone. See you soon.